Welcome everyone to German Tool Reviews. Today we have a showdown of 5 different bottle openers. The candidates are Witte 967 Max Pro, a Wiha 104703, the Wera 1496, Felo 62405, and the Gedore 2979322. All of the bottle openers are made in Germany with the exception of the Wera, which is made in the Czech Republic. Let's take a closer look at each one of these. First, the Witte is the longest and fattest of the bunch, so it would make a good keychain bottle opener. The handle appears to be the same one used for their Max Pro line of screwdrivers, the light gray being a soft grip material and the light blue a hard plastic. The Witte can either be used as a push down or pull up opener. The MSRP at the time of this review is $9, which is the cheapest of the lot. It comes in at a weight of 94 grams, which is the second heaviest. Next is the Wiha. The handle feels exactly like any of the other Wiha drivers, the black being a soft grip material and the red being a hard plastic. Comparing it to the screwdriver, you can see the mold is almost exactly the same. The bottle opener has a tapered design and it looks to be the strongest of the lot. The MSRP is $12.98 and is the second most expensive. The Wiha is the heaviest opener at 108 grams. On to the Wera. It has a very recognizable craft form handle used on many of their drivers. The dark green is a soft grip material with the black being a hard plastic. I would say this bottle opener is the most aesthetically pleasing because of the brush-like metal finish. The design is also not as boxy as some of the other openers. MSRP is $10.76, which is right in the middle. The weight is 80 grams, which is also right in the middle. The Felo uses the handle from their Ergonik line of drivers. I don't actually own any of the Felo Ergonik drivers, so this is the first time seeing one of these. One thing I noticed is that you can actually flex this handle, unlike the other units. The opener has ridges for extra grip, which is a nice touch. The notch at the top of the opener is what I assume is for hanging. MSRP is $13.97, which is the most expensive. The weight is 57 grams, which is the second lightest. The Gedore is the only one that looks to be designed as a bottle opener. While the others have used driver handles, the Gedore chose a different design with a small, flat, oval-shaped handle. This makes more sense for the job it is performing, since screwdrivers' handles are designed to turn, but bottle opener handles are designed to pry. The metal also looks like the only one to be casted, while the others are most likely forged. MSRP is $10, which is the second cheapest. The weight is 48 grams, which is the lightest. Since I used to make my own root beer, I decided to test these on some homemade bottles. In order to simulate a sufficient level of carbonation, vinegar and baking soda were used in a mostly empty bottle. First I added 20 milliliters of white vinegar to the bottle and then put it in the freezer until frozen. The reason for freezing the vinegar is to control the reaction with the baking soda such that the carbon dioxide is created after the vinegar melts. Next I added 1/2 tablespoon of baking soda and then capped the bottle. I did this 19 more times to get a total of 20, and we will test each opener with 4 bottles. Now let's get on to testing these. First up is the Witte. Using the Witte from the bottom, I did have some trouble getting good engagement on the bottle. I believe this is due to the chrome finish of the metal, which caused the cap to slip. I had better results using the Witte from the top. The Wiha definitely felt like it was the strongest opener. It had very good engagement with the cap and without slippage. With a nice handle, it would probably be very low fatigue if opening a large number of bottles. Next is the Wera. The curvature of the Wera unit was such that it conformed nicely to the neck of these bottles. No problems here. On to the Felo. The ridges on the lip of the opener definitely helped in maintaining contact with the cap. Again, I could feel the unit flexing when I used this, almost like you could easily bend it. More on that later. Even though the Gedore was the smallest, it felt stronger than all the others except for the Wiha. It was also the only bottle opener that didn't feel like a screwdriver. Even with the small handle, it did not feel awkward. Taking a look at each of the caps, it was obvious that the most deformation occurred with the Gedore. The least amount of deformation occurred with the Wera and the Felo. I did not notice this, but the Felo definitely bent in just those 4 bottles. The flexing I was felt then was definitely the metal bending. I was able to bend it back, but it's just a matter of time before metal fatigue causes it to break. For the sake of fairness, I tried to manually bend each of the other openers, and the only one I could get to bend at all was the Witte, but not nearly as much as the Felo. As for my opinion on which opener is the best, I take into consideration the size, weight, cost, aesthetics, and performance of the unit. Of course, you may have a different opinion based on other factors. I'm going to give the title to the Gedore because of its compactness and design. While the metal doesn't seem very thick, it feels to be a very high-grade steel casting that would be very hard to bend. Second and third were very close, but I gave the runner-up to Wiha because it felt indestructible compared to the others. Third is the Wera, which has the best aesthetics of the bunch. The Wera unit would probably make a great gift because their handles are very recognizable. Fourth place is the Witte. I may have ranked this higher if it didn't bend when I tested the strength of the units. Last place was the Felo because it bent after just 4 bottles. The Felo, being the most expensive of the lot, should have performed better than it did. They either need to taper the metal or use a higher quality alloy. Well, that wraps up the German bottle opener Showdown. I'll post a link in the description below to high-resolution photos I took during this review. If you like this video, subscribe for more reviews of German brand tools.